it was interesting because I had a different background from most of the people I hung out with, and most of the people I became, met and whatnot. So, I didn't see, when I first got here, when I was young, I didn't, I came from a military base that had all the races. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it mixed in.
I mean, it had all the branches. It was military, Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, all on one base. So not only did you just it was just a lot. So just moving down here, it took a while for me to kind of see,
racism
really
to kind of really stick his head out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I understand that. So was there any particular instances, or just was there like a racial undertone that you might have felt, being down there in Valdosta or something like that? So like I was saying, how was there like a racial undertone in Valdosta that you could feel, or were there any instances, just in South Georgia, Lowndes County, that you was, that you felt, and it was just like, damn, this is what racism feels like?
For the most part, throughout high school, not really. It was more so because I experienced it in Michigan, because like I said, it was a base, and you still had people from the South that was on that base, so I experienced before I even moved here just by dealing with people or whatever. But during high school, I didn't, but in college, after is when I started to, because after high school, I really kind of started to just hang out, get a job, I was kind of, growing up, whatever. So that's when I really started to experience it. And, not as much as in high school. I was really just trying to enjoy myself. I've experienced the systematic,
systematic oppression and stuff like that.
Oppression, I've been snuffed from a job, from getting a job. I've been turned away from, the bank. I've been turned away from, getting a house or whatever. I've been experiencing, I've been profiled in the store. I've been profiled by the police, you know what I'm saying? Like all that,
So how does, when you experience stuff like that, man, how does that make you feel? Does it trigger something in the core, or is it just kind of like, all right, well, this is something that's already been there and it is what it is, I'm just going, what I'm saying, do my thing regardless?
I mean, it used to kind of trigger something, or it used to kind of be like, this is what it is, and I'm gonna do my thing regardless. But up until recent, there's just been certain things I've experienced or certain information I've received that has awakened something within me to cause my my response to be different. So and for the most part, I'm on chill though right now. So
I got you. And then my last question is, moving forward, from now until, just whenever, what would you like to see change? Would you like to see, Black men be treated differently? Like how do you envision America, with Black men included, moving forward?
That's a tough one. Just off the dome, it's tough because that question can be elaborated on us, on so many levels. But really, I just want to see us thinking. I want to see us using our minds. As a father, a lot of stuff. My outlook on things has changed a lot. So, for the most part, I just want to see Black men, particularly thinking and teaching others, to think and use their minds and to use what they have. You know what I mean?
Understand completely. So, you, as opposed to, you know, saying like, how do you want others to treat us or whatnot. You just basically saying, you know, you want to see us not necessarily treat ourselves better, but you know, just
Oh,
kind of.
I missed the question. My bad, bro. My bad.
Well, yeah, no. That's, I mean, you gave a great answer, because I was just saying, you know, period. How do you, you know, if you got America and you got a black man included in it, how do you, you know what I'm saying? How do you see that moving forward? Like, do you see, you know, us being included in a lot of stuff that the other races are doing? Do you see us, like, you know, practicing certain things that they practice? Or like you were saying, do you just see it as saying like, all right, you know, for the black man himself, you know, kind of take care of yourself, take care of your family, teach your community and stuff like that. So whether or not we are included in whatever they got going on, we got our own thing here anyway, and we solid.
Yes, I agree with that. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
However, but
Okay.
just to come back around, because I really kind of misheard the question. Just to come back around, I don't think the treatment is going to be any different. I think there'll be a lot more involvement. You know what I mean? But you know, I'm just, you know, me. I'm just really just kind of just playing the background right now, just trying to see how things unfold for the most part. You know, I haven't been a part of any of the protests or anything like that. You know, but you know, I'm doing my part. You know, as far as speaking up and whatnot. But I don't think I don't want anything fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just because I know this isn't that type of interview. This isn't that type of dialogue for me to really rant on, you know, all that. You know what I mean? But
well, you know, but see, that's the thing, bro. You know, I'm saying, I'm kind of opening up the floor for, you know, whatever you want to speak on as far as, you know, just being a black man. You know what I'm saying? So now you don't have to say anything, you know, that somebody might deem disrespectful or anything like that. I mean, I know you're not a disrespectful cat, but you know, if it's an opinion or if it's something that you want to see improve or just anything like that, you know, the floor is yours.
well, yeah. Well, thanks. I just think that I love the show of support. You know what I mean? I love the unity that I'm seeing. You know what I mean? But you know, in my opinion, Black lives always matter. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
from the beginning. You know what I mean? And it's like this. You know, I mean, the stuff is what we're seeing, what we've seen. You know, lately. You know, we've seen this, and it's like, you know, we haven't became numb to it or immune to it or anything like that. But Black lives will always matter, and it just seems like it's like a twist to where it only seems like they matter when one gets taken. And that's
right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to be that guy that's, you know what I mean, you know, trying to lift the veil, you know what I mean?
Right. Now,
So,
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. I mean, I'm just not trying to just like, you know, just trying to be that guy that's showing the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain.
Right.
You know what I
mean? Yeah. I mean, you know, I personally would just like to see the support continue. You know what I'm saying? From the corporations on down, you know, to the you know, to just a regular, you know, white or just non-African American person who's down there protesting. You know, I don't want it to be just like a thing to do. You know what I mean? For social media, like, you know, again, nobody's gonna ever really be able to understand, you know, what we go through or what we went through or something like that unless you actually experienced it. But you know, if you are there, at least kind of be there for a reason and a purpose, as opposed to just like a photo op or something to just kind of say, well, you know, I was there in 2020, like when they was down there protesting and rioting, I was down there too.
Yeah, I definitely would like you know, I told myself I was definitely going to take part, you know, because it doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Right. And see, that's the thing too, man. With me, me and my girl was talking about it the other day about going down there and protesting, and we still haven't ruled it out. But it's still wild, man, because we still in the middle of a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And who knows how that's gonna play out. But I do, like right now, like I said, with this creating a platform, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy I was able to do this and able to get some people to come on and speak. So, I feel like this is doing our part too.
For sure. I mean, that's why I was, so quick to respond and say, I wanted to be a part of it because I don't, to be honest with you, like I said, bro, I grew up around a lot of white folks, not even just white folks, like, Koreans, before, before the Indian folks had the gas stations and stuff like that, like I was friends with all of them, you know what I'm saying? Like that, I'm talking about everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was just a blessing that, to be brought up in that type of environment to where it wasn't, no judgment and all that for what we could see as kids, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, just moving down here, I kind of kept that same, that's just always been me, is just to treat everyone
fair.
Just treat everyone fair. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm not saying that I don't see color, but, I actually see people for who they are, like the person that they are, you know what I'm saying? Like the individual that they are, you know what I'm saying? And treat them accordingly. And, so it's been kind of a challenge for me because I'm not, I don't know. I'm not like, I'm very pro-Black. I'm not anti, but
right. And that's what I mean. And and I'm be honest, bro. I ain't gonna say I had to learn, but I was sitting back looking at everything. This was years ago, and and somebody said that too. They was just like, they wasn't saying it to me, but they was saying it in the interview. They was like, just because I'm pro-Black don't mean I'm anti everything else, And when I heard it, I was just like, damn, that's so true, bro. Because if we don't take pride in ourselves and where we come from in our lives, then nobody else will. So
yeah, and it's crazy because some of my closest friends are white guys. I've known them since middle school. We played sports together, and just roommates in college type stuff. And it's like, it's a challenge because I be wanting to express myself because it's out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like the way Black folks feel is out there now. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have had that Black friend or that Black coworker that just seemed so mellow, this, that, whatever. But now this is possibly how he's felt the whole time.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's kind of, that's the challenge because I don't want to seem like, oh, I'm a new person now. But it seems like now the media is speaking for Black people, and I have my own look, my own outlook on things, and it's not what the media is kind of putting out as a representation of all Black people. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah, man. We all, got our individual opinions and thought processes and all that too.
And I know this kind of went way out the direction of what it was intended for. But hopefully there's some good content in here that you can use. You feel me?
Bro, I'm using all of it, man. Like I say, the audio is going on the podcast, the visual is going up on YouTube and my social media and stuff like that, bro. So I greatly appreciate you taking 15, 20 minutes out your day to rock with me.
For sure, man. But I got to get back to work. These people calling me. I got to take these calls.
Yeah, bro. We'll talk.
Indeed. I appreciate the opportunity. Everybody be blessed. Use your mind and apply it.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.
All right.